Apologies for my absence. First I had to babysit, then I had to go to my graduation practice. And now I'm prepping up to talk to my army recruiter this week.
Fuck! Do you eat mayonnaise sandwiches? I'm sorry.
Y'all gonna have to pray for me, cause on God I'm gonna say that shit, or try to say that shit if I get there. First you got Chris Paul, then you got Chris Henson, then you got Chris Brown, and Chris Rock too, if you want to count them.
My nigga. Chill.
Yeah, hold up. Yo, I'm just
And now you got Chris Erikson.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, out of all the cool last names they could have gave him, they gave him Erikson.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
Chris Erikson is a 9-year-old kid from Beaver Creek, Oregon, living with his father Charles after the tragic loss of his mom Emily. In the adventures of Captain Spirit, a free spin-off game, we get to dive into the world of Chris as he transforms into a superhero alter ego, aka Captain Spirit. Now when you first get introduced to him, you might think that he's just a little kid doing little kid things, but when you think about it on a deeper level, this man's imagination is off the charts. It's basically like a coping mechanism because the game uses animal symbolism like the raccoon to show his curiosity and resourcefulness. You know, like he crafts superhero costumes from household items like aluminum foil and cardboard boxes, which is just creative and enduring because it's a reminder that even through tough times, imagination can be a superpower because the loss of his mom literally took a toll on him. Especially his father. Don't worry, he gonna be getting his video right after this. But anyway, Chris has a huge heart and incredible resilience because despite dealing with his mom's death and his dad's drunken behind struggles, he still comes as this bright, silly little kid who just want to help others out. Especially in episode 2 of Life is Strange 2. When he meets Sean and Daniel, he instantly becomes friends with Daniel, calling them both the Spirit Squad. He even gives Daniel his Captain Spirit cape in one ending saying, "You are the real hero," because unlike Chris, Daniel actually has powers. Chris's kindness shines through, especially when he tells Sean that, "I'm not scared anymore. I have the power, and I have Daniel." Okay, that's cap, but for real. But anyway, it's so pure, and it shows he even finds strength and friendship despite everything he actually been through, because this kid got a spirit that just won't quit. Because you know, he's super relatable. He's not just a little kid with a cape and a goddamn kid imagination. He's dealing with a real heavy stuff, especially with his father Charles, who struggles with alcoholism and sometimes gets angry, leaving Chris to handle chores and emotions way beyond his years because he's so young. A lot of us, well not me, but some people know what it's like to grow up so fast or deal with family struggles. You know, Chris, he likes to hide things like old report cards and memories of his mom to protect himself when the game ties to the raccoon's secrecy symbolism. You know, it's heartbreaking, but it makes him so human for real, because we see Chris's room filled with drawings, some comic books, and some little notes that show how he's been trying to hold on to his mama's memory, but while navigating his dad's issues, it's raw, and it makes you root for him even more. Chris ties it to the bigger Life is Strange 2 story in such a cool way. In the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit, we get hints of Sean and Daniel's story, if you played season 2 before playing the demo of Captain Spirit. But anyway, and as soon as you seen Chris mysteriously levitate, you already know, yep, that's them. In season 2, his friendship with Daniel adds so much depth to the Diaz brothers' journey. Chris thinks he has powers because of Daniel's telekinesis, which leads to super intense moments, like when he tries to stop a police car to save his friends. Depending on your choice, that scene can be a tearjerker or a triumphant moment, and Chris is at the heart of it. The way Chris's story interacts with Sean and Daniel's shows how Life is Strange weaves its characters together. His belief in being a superhero mirrors Daniel's own journey with his powers, making Chris a perfect foil and friend. Well, that's it for my yap session.